The European Union (EU) has made a bold move, pledging to financially support Ukraine for the next 2 years. This commitment comes with a controversial twist. The EU plans to utilize frozen Russian assets to fund this support. A controversial decision, as EU leaders gathered in Brussels on October 23, 2025. The focus was on Ukraine's financial needs and the potential use of Russian funds frozen after the 2022 invasion. Belgian Prime Minister Bart De Wever raised concerns, demanding that all EU members share the risks associated with this plan. He argued that the costs of any legal action by Russia and potential repayment should be a collective responsibility. Transparency and risk sharing. De Wever's demands sparked a debate. He called for transparency regarding the risks and the legal basis for the decision. This led to a discussion on the potential consequences and the need for a unified front among EU members. EU's commitment to Ukraine. Despite these concerns, EU Council Chief Antonio Costa assured that the EU would provide the necessary financial support to Ukraine for 2026 and 2027. This includes funding for military equipment, a critical aspect of Ukraine's defense strategy. Sanctions and territorial integrity. In addition to financial support, the EU leaders reiterated their commitment to Ukraine's territorial integrity. They also formally approved a new package of sanctions against Russia, including a ban on Russian liquefied natural gas from January 2027. This move aims to further isolate Russia economically. Conditions and wrangling. Even before a formal proposal, EU countries have been debating the conditions of the reparations loan. Some advocate for all funds to be directed towards Ukraine's military, with a focus on European weapons. Others argue for more flexibility, allowing Kyiv to purchase U.S. arms and use the funds for general budget support. Kyiv's autonomy. A senior official in President Volodymyr Zelensky's administration emphasized the urgency of receiving the funds by the end of the year. They sought autonomy over how the loan is spent, a position supported by a compromise suggested by the European Commission. This compromise proposes that the majority of the loan be spent on Ukrainian and European weapons, with a smaller portion allocated for general budget support, including the potential purchase of arms from outside Europe. Russia's response. Russia has condemned this idea as an illegal seizure of property, warning of potential retaliation. This adds another layer of complexity to an already delicate situation. Conclusion. The EU's decision to bankroll Ukraine for the next 2 years is a significant development. However, the controversy surrounding the use of frozen Russian assets and the conditions attached to the loan highlight the challenges and complexities of international relations. As the situation unfolds, it will be interesting to see how these issues are resolved and the impact they have on the ongoing conflict. What are your thoughts on this development? Do you think the EU's approach is a step in the right direction, or does it raise more concerns? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments.